Previously on Dare to Dream, Team FX Primus Aylezo had one of their worst weekends while at Shanghai International Circuit. They, along with many others in the race, suffered from various brake issues caused by the extreme heat. They did gain their first pole position start, finishing both races just off the podium, and went home in high spirits while anticipating a better race in Shanghai. In this episode, Team FX Primus Aylezo is at the Shanghai International Circuit, the second Chinese circuit in the season, and what a beautiful sight they were given. Lamborghini Squadra Corsa brought with them the impressive V10 620 horsepower 2015 Lamborghini Super Trofeo Huracan, set against the beautiful circuit as a backdrop. As usual, the first task for the crew is the long, slow and tedious process of unloading the car, parts and tools from the container. It's a painstaking task that needs to be done carefully and in order at every circuit. Then it's on to the pit setup, where all the equipment is arranged in order for ease of use, and marking where the car should be parked, something so simple yet vital in the small confines of the packed pit area. Once all the pit setup is done, the guys are then able to start on the car's prep work. As the setup is being carried out in the pit, the drivers were finally given the okay to walk the track. It was an early start to the day for the team the next morning, as they got ready for the first official practice session. It was a cool, foggy morning as Afiq set out in the Lamborghini Gallardo EP570-4 Super Trofeo for the team, but not all was well with the car. Afiq has all the details.
I went out for the official practice and then I had to come in because we had some issues. After 200, the car vibrating so much and I couldn't continue.
Afiq had to cut his session short and head back into the pit early as the car was undrivable. The team decided to change tires, check the alignment and balancing before handing the car to Zen for his session. But despite all the work that the team did, Zen too felt the severe vibrations.
And it was a bit of a nightmare because we had a broken floor plan. So what happened was the car had a very severe vibration when we hit about 250 kilometers and it was undrivable. So we have to cut short our practice.
So now I think the mechanic is facing that problem, finding the solution. We will try our best again tomorrow practice. That's our last practice for tomorrow.
Finding the source of the vibrations was crucial. The team had set out to immediately replace the cracked floor plank. While the crew were working on the car, the drivers viewed the onboard footage to discuss how to tackle the tricky circuit. Something especially important since both drivers did not manage much practice during the sessions today. It was another long night for the crew, as it was a tedious process to replace the undercarriage plank. But at least they were not the only ones working on their cars late into the night. Early the next morning, the drivers arrived at the circuit to attend the compulsory driver's briefing.
And yellow and green. So point of reference is the point at the presentation of the flag. After that point, if it's yellow.
Despite the all-nighter, the crew were already at the circuit early in preparation for the practice session. With the plank replaced, the team was confident of a good outing today. There were still minor changes to be made on the setup from the feedback received after their short session yesterday. Afiq was first to head out for practice. While he was getting strapped in, Zen was already on standby and warming up for his turn later. There was a little bit of anxiety within the team as Afiq went out. They wanted to make sure that the new undercarriage is indeed the answer to the vibration issue that they had in yesterday's outing. As each lap passed, relief began to set in, and there was a collective determination to make up for the lost session yesterday. The team efficiently made setup changes as the practice progressed, and as time was short, everyone pitched in. All in all, a good morning. Let's hear what the drivers had to say.
Today is our official practice. We just finished our run today, slightly better than yesterday. We had a broken floor plan, so what happened was the car had a very severe vibration when we hit about 250 kilometers. And thanks to the boys managed to fix it over the night, and today the car ran very well. It was perfect. Unfortunately, I didn't get a lot of lap because Afiq had to set up the car, so he spent quite a bit of time on the car, but that's the priority. In total, I think I got about 4 laps. That's about it. The remaining last 2 laps, I had quite a bit of traffic, so I needed a bit more lap. That would be good. But that's all I have today, and I guess the rest of the practice will be in my head. So tomorrow will be our qualifying. Hopefully, we can do a good run tomorrow.
Practice when can call it very well. I'm happy with the result today. I think we are the only car that break 49, and yeah, we are the fastest car. The weather is really good. Overall, I'm happy with the car. We just need change a few setup, and I think I still can improve my driving, and we still can improve the car.
So let's keep fingers crossed for a good run tomorrow on qualifying.
The team ended Friday's practice session on a good note, setting the fastest time of the day. And after all the troubles of the day before, everyone deserved a good rest. Find out next if Team FX Primus Aylezo is able to stay ahead of the rest of the pack and claim another pole position.